on your Wednesday. Couple of reminders, we have our balance bingo challenge happening now. This is all on Slack, so you can find the balance bingo card, all the movement descriptions, helpful links, and all of that. If you have questions, please let me know. You're going to turn your card in at the end of the month to Misty, and then you'll be entered to win a prize. We have our cooking demo as always this month. This will be on the third Wednesday of the month, and we're doing a lemon and zucchini cake for this month. So you don't want to miss that because it sounds delicious. All right, team, we're going to get moving. We're starting with some hamstring sweeps, nice and easy. So you're going to plant one foot in front of your heel on the ground. We're going to hinge at our hips. We want to warm up this movement because it's going to be in our workout. We're going to sweep down towards our foot, circle those arms around, and switch. So I want you to move slow here. Each repetition should take 5 to 8 seconds. We're not rushing through it. And I want you to get the biggest circle in your arms that you can to really warm up that range of motion in the shoulders. We've got a full body workout today, as always. Sweep down, circle around, and switch. Good. One more each side. And we're going to take it to our mat. So you can walk it out or just make your way onto all fours. And we're going to step our right foot forward into a low lunge. So I want you to shift your hips forward. Take your right arm, spin it up towards the ceiling, facing that front knee. And then when you come down, I want you to try to get that right elbow to the inside of the right foot. Open up on the exhale. Inhale, reach towards that floor. If you can't touch the mat, that's okay. You just want to aim for that to get the best stretch. Last one on this side. And then that right hand will come to the mat. You'll step that foot back. Switch sides. Left foot comes forward. Sink your hips forward. Find that hip flexor stretch before you start to twist. Left hand goes to the ceiling. And then elbow reaches towards the instep of the foot. Down and open. I am extra tight today, so I needed these big time. One more here. Left hand comes to the mat. Step your left foot back. Tuck your toes. Hips go high. You can pedal it out here if that feels good, and then walk your hands in towards your feet and roll it up. Last movement here, we want to take our hands behind our head, and we're going to alternate between a squat and a hinge. So we want to warm up both of these movements. You want to get as deep as you can in your squat. You can have your feet about mat width apart. For our workout today, we're going to be doing the first set is going to be 3 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We have one more of each here. Find that squat and relax. Go ahead and march it out while I explain the first movement. We have our goblet squat. So you will need one heavy dumbbell. You're going to hold it at your chest. Feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, whatever's comfortable for you in a squat. And then we're going to screw our feet into the ground. From here, we're going to squat down and come up. That's all it is. You can always do this without any weight. But if you are using weight, make sure it's touching your chest. You want to hug it in close. The further away you have it, the more it pulls on your back and your spine. All right, we've got 40 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, let's squat. Press those knees out so they should track your toes. You want to actively press them away. Squeeze the glutes on the way up. Slow and controlled movements here. We're using weight, so we don't need to worry about speed. 10 seconds. Maybe get a little deeper if you can. One more rep, and we will rest. Next exercise, you can keep that same weight. Left foot starts in front, right foot is our kickstand. From here, we're gonna hinge just like we did with those hamstring sweeps. Come up, and we'll switch sides. All right, so we're alternating. Again, the weight stays close to our body. Go ahead and begin. Send your hips back. Notice my back is nice and flat. We're not rounding out. So I want to keep the back flat. Keep the hips as the leader. So we send our hips back and then squeeze the glutes to come forward. You might find that you're rounding in your upper back. That means you're not packing those shoulders. So we want to pull the shoulder blades back and down so they can help hold the weight. Let's try to get one more rep in. And we'll rest. From here, we're going to move to an overhead tricep press. I'm going to go down in weight. So you might want to do like a medium weight because we're coming overhead like so. We're going to press up and come down. We want to be right at that 90-degree bend in the elbows. Go ahead and begin. Press and control down. It's okay if those elbows point out. We don't want them to flare out. So you want to keep your upper arms as close to your ears as possible. But there's a chance your elbows and your shoulders are naturally rotated out, and that's okay. You just want to feel this work that tricep muscle without arching the back. So belly button pulled in. Control in both directions. This is our last movement of this set. And we rest. Amazing. Now you know what's coming for you. So we're back to our squats. Feel free to grab a sip of water. Grab your heavy dumbbell. You have 6 more seconds of rest. Set up for your squat. Screw your feet in and go. Having the weight at your chest can be a good reminder to keep your chest open and lifted. So even when you're at the bottom of that squat, you don't want to face the floor. You want to face the wall or whatever's in front of us. Squeeze the glutes at the bottom all the way to the top. Got it. Starting to heat up. And rest. Keeping that same weight. We're switching to our alternating staggered RDL. So one foot is our kickstand. Our weight is right in front. Remember, we want to pack those shoulders back. In 3, 2, 1. We hinge, stand tall, and switch. We want to stand tall each time. Slow and controlled. You want to feel that stretch in the back of your leg, back of your upper leg. Hinge and rise. Less than 10 seconds. Try to keep your eyes on the ground in front of you. Maintain that neutral spine from your head to your tailbone and rest. All right, overhead tricep press. You can use the same weight or lower down. This can be a lot on your elbow joints and all those tendons, so just be aware. Engage that core, stand tall, lower, and extend. Keep those shoulders out of your ears, so we're not shrugging here. That takes the work out of our triceps. Again, slow and controlled with this movement as well. We don't want to race through it. Less than 10 seconds. And then we're done with round 2. We only have one more round of these 3 exercises. And rest. All right, 20 seconds of rest. And then we're on to round 3. We're starting with those squats. Grab a sip of water if you need. Set your feet up. About armpit width apart seems to be a sweet spot. Screw your feet in 2, 1, we squat. Remember, there's always an option to do this without weight. This is our last set here. So try to get the deepest squat you can while maintaining that form as you fatigue. Pull your belly button into your spine. Squeeze the glutes as you stand. Press your knees out. One more rep and rest. All right, setting up for those staggered stance RDLs. You can also do these without weight. If that's what you need. Set one foot forward. We want to make sure that foot's parallel. Screw it into the ground. One foot's your kickstand. In 2, 1. Let's go. Alternating as you go. Shoulders are packed. Taking your time on the movement. Inhale down. Exhale lift. Ten seconds here. Fight for it all the way to the end. Full range of motion. And rest. All right, overhead press. Last round. And then you'll get a break. I'll explain the next exercises. Got a little bit of a core set coming. In 3, weights up and go. Make sure that rib cage is packed in so it's not arching out. This movement is actually a really big challenge in mobility. So we have to work really hard to maintain that position, that neutral position. You're almost there, less than 10 seconds. And rest. All right, grab a sip of water. Keep your feet moving as you hold. I'm going to set up the next timer because we're going to switch the timing up. We're doing 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and we're going to do 2 rounds. It is all core, so 2 rounds is going to do the job, I promise. So your first movement, you're back to your heavy dumbbell. You're going to hold it at your chest. Now you can hold it horizontal this time if that's easier. And we're just going to march. Simply march, picking one knee up and then the other. For the next 2 exercises, we will not need weights and we will be on our mat. So after the goblet march, we'll make our way down to our mat and start the next 2, and I'll let you know what they are when we get there during the rest. All right. So grab your heavy weight. It's just going to sit at your chest and you're going to march. So pick heavy. In 3, 2, 1, let's march. Now, as we march, I want you to intentionally lift your knee towards your chest. We're using our hip flexors and our quads here. So we don't want to bring our chest to our knee. We want to maintain that neutral spine. Find a spot to focus on because this is a balance exercise. And rest. Set your weight down. Make your way to your mat. You have a runner's crunch. So you're here. I want your arms overhead. We're going to bring right elbow to left knee and switch. Let's go. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and then full sprawl in between. Everything should come back to the mat. Between sides. Exhale as you lift. Pick up your speed if you can. We have 10 seconds. Your neck bothers you, you can put your hand behind your head for each side to support it, and we rest. All right, next exercise, we're seated. We've got in and out crunches. So you're here, feet off the ground, elbows slightly bent. We're going out and pulling it in. Let's go. To modify, one leg at a time, out and in. But those arms are supporting your back. Shoulders are packed, so they're not up in your ears. Remember, we're only doing 2 sets of these. Out and in, you've got it. Less than 5 seconds. Stay with me and rest. All right, we're standing. Goblet march. Grab that heavy weight. Hold it at your chest. Hug it in 3, 2, 1. Slow march. This one is like slow motion. Find your balance first, then lift. We don't want to sink into our hips. We're not trying to give attitude here. Trying to build strong cores. Keep your chest open. Find your spot to focus on. And rest. Set your weight down. Make your way to your mat for those runner's crunches. Legs and arms out. In 2, 1, go. Full starfish in between. Let those abs rest and then re-engage. Belly button to spine. Exhale as you crunch. We're over halfway. You've got it. And rest. All right. Last exercise. Last 30 seconds of work. Find your seated position. Plant your hands. Pack your shoulders. And go. Out and in. Remember to modify. One leg at a time. Extends. Exhale as you pull it in. Over halfway, I know. This one burns. We're in it together. You've got it. Less than 3 seconds. And we rest. Woo, good work. Go ahead and lie all the way flat on your back. Cross your left foot, ankle over your right knee, and pull it in. If you're not able to grab behind the thigh, that's okay. You can either keep the foot on the ground if you feel a good enough stretch, or put it up on a chair or a wall. We want to feel this in the back of our left glute or hip. Great work today. Go ahead and switch sides. Sometimes it's fun to just finish off with a good core burn. Heart rates will stay high for a while. Take deep breaths here, sinking into the stretch. Go ahead and release. Feel free to stay on your mats as long as you need. But that is all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me for strength. I will see you back here next week. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.
Thank you, Kimberly.
You're welcome. Thank you.